Bang, let's get it. These are the best NFL player props on most of the books. Well, on all the books I play on. For PrizePicks, here are the best NFL player props. They're going to have to deal with your fantasy score on PrizePicks. Is Aaron Rodgers over 14 for his fantasy score? The absolute best play available. Tua Tagovailoa over 15 fantasy score points. Matthew Stafford over 18 fantasy score points. Same with Jonathan Taylor, fantasy score points, but it's under 20. That's a lot. 20 is a lot for fantasy score. And then we got Jared Goff, over 16.5 fantasy score points. As you can see, the other books have this one way off. I mean, all of these are extremely valuable. And then you got Jake Ferguson, his receiving yards to go over 43.5, as everywhere else has it well above 43.5. If you could get it on PrizePicks, Jake Ferguson will be the best play. Well, playing it on PrizePicks, obviously. Still a lot of valuable plays in the NFL, but I'm just looking at the top 6. Try to get a 6 pick on each of the books. That's for PrizePicks. On Underdog, let's put the data points in though. It's going to be Aaron Rodgers over fantasy score points, but we had a better play on PrizePicks, I'm pretty sure. Look, Jonathan Taylor, under 18.5, but it's at 20 on PrizePicks. I don't know why they're not showing it here. That's crazy. And then there's the Australian Basketball League, if you're into that, over points, rebounds, and assists. I can't wait till the NBA start. I keep seeing these preseason scores and props and all that shit. Hey, Bryce Young to go over 2.5 rushing attempts. Not me, Kevin Gosman. The Blue Jays, that starts Sunday. Kevin Gosman, under 4.5 hits allowed. I said NFL, but these plays are just valuable. The fantasy score looks better on PrizePicks, I think. You know what I'm saying? But Tua over, Josh Jacobs, Puka fantasy score. I actually want to remove the fantasy score real quick and see what the normal props are. Remove player fantasy score. And then remove damn near all of the NFL plays. You know what I'm saying? So there aren't many valuable NFL plays on Underdog Fantasy. Let's go look at Dabble real quick. Bang. Data points. On 2. Here are the most valuable plays on Dabble. Michael Carter to go under 14.5 rushing attempts. Bryce Young to go under 213 passing yards. And then Patrick Mahomes, under 25.5 passing completions. That's their 3-pick entry on Dabble. That's the most valuable plays on Dabble. If you want a 6-pick now, you can include the next 3, which is Zach Ertz to go under 33.5 receiving yards. Is well higher than most books have it. As you can see, Pinnacle has it at 27.5. We take Zach Ertz to go under 33.5 receiving yards. We take Baker Mayfield completions under 24. And then Sam Darnold not to throw 2 touchdowns. That's your 6-pick entry on Dabble. I like the 3-pick better. Far more valuable. But if you're going to play a 6-pick flex, that's them at the top. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And that's on. Those are the sharpest plays on Dabble for the last minute NFL player props. I can't wait till the NBA starts so I could drop the daily trending plays. But because I haven't dropped, there you are. Hold on. Let's go to PrizePicks. Let's go to Pick Finder. Pick Finder is the truth, bro. Like, use code RICO for 10% off for life if you don't have it. But when you want to get down and see everything, Pick Finder is it. Especially now, I always start with the implied probability, but I want to make sure you got enough books selected so you can see. And as you can see, there's a ton of valuable plays. Look at this. I ain't even going to go through all of them. I'm just showing you what you're missing out on. But look, Drake London, over 67.5 receiving yards. I should have streamed. Let's look at the last 5 games. Drake London, he's only been over this once this season. In the first 4 games he didn't, but versus Washington he had 110. It's at 67.5. Only Pinnacle has the line. I thought more books had the line. Oh, only Pinnacle has it at 67.5. Look, at Underdog is 70, 71.5. At Dabble is 70.5. I don't like the over here. He's only done it once. He had 10 targets for 8 receptions. Prior against Carolina, he had 8 targets for 6 receptions. But you see what you could do on Pick Finder. But there's a ton of other props. I just played all the short ones on Daily Grind Fantasy. But you know I had to come to Pick Finder to see what they do. Oh, look, Justin Fields rushing yards at 36.5. I'm going to look at the last 5 games and see. That's Pinnacle just got the best line at 36.5. It got to be elsewhere. Underdog is at 41.5. PrizePicks is on the goblin shit. PrizePicks is actually at 42.5 rushing yards. He's been over in every game this season except the last game versus Dallas. And then it's versus Denver. I think Denver's defense is better. He's going to be running that bitch. Anyway, I haven't dropped a ton of props from here. Or all the ones that I played is obviously from earlier in the week when I did make that video. But the lines change. It's still a ton of value. But like I said, I showed you all the top props from PrizePicks, Underdog, and Dabble. I think that'll do it. I'm ReallyRico, you already know. Let's get this dough, bruh. Peace. I'm out.